Did you let them know I got to do my Dr. Ken's Truth? Okay. What do you do when people mistake, for lack of a better term, color for culture? I've been thinking about that over the weekend. When people mistake color for culture. Now, understand something. Rarely, and I'm going out on a limb. This is analysis. This is thoughts that are in my head. So I would expect, at a minimum, half of you all would disagree with me. But mostly other people dictate who's black and who's not based on who they are. Let me qualify that. In Hollywood, if you notice, black people fit a certain shade, fit a certain skin color, may not have hair on their face, because I've never seen gangbangers. You know what I'm saying? Like, I watched movies where gangbangers, quote unquote, were the actors, right? I'm sorry, let me rephrase that. The actor is playing a gangbanger, and the gangbanger's clean shaven. And I'm like, what is that? You can't have a beard and a mustache in Hollywood if you don't have any real juice. Some people continue to wear it. Other people put on a mustache. I don't remember if Sterling K. Brown has a mustache. Anyway. But think about that. Think about that. We mistake color for culture. And many times it's in predominantly white environments where people think because they hired somebody black, they represent what's black. They represent what's important about black. And I've never understood that. It's like people know what they're doing because, I know a black person when I see them. Well, you really don't. There are multiple layers of being black. Are there not? There are certain things you have to say, do, act, believe, regardless of where you were born. It doesn't matter if you're Generation Beta and you were born in 2025, like within the last 21 days, 27 days, right? Or if you're Gen Alpha, Z, Millennial, X, or Boomer. When you're black, there are just some things you do, some things you have, some things you say, some ways you act. And when you don't see those things in people, which one do you question? Their culture or their color? But it's always, seemingly always, my anecdotal evidence, which is actually fairly accurate. It's in predominantly white arenas. And I'm not talking about where you have to go to work every day and play the game and code switch. I'm not talking about that. I'm not talking about where people call me here and you're an Oreo, as if that was going to be offensive or something. Like, oh yeah, you really just broke me down. I'm crying already. But think about that. What does it really take to be black? Can a white person be black? Are you black if you're mixed? Are you black if you're mixed with the right races? Are you black or does one of those races have to be black? Can you be a dark-skinned Dominican and be considered black in America, right? Had to throw that in there. And so I think what we've been missing over time is we haven't transferred to other races, other cultures, what it means to be black. What does it really mean to say, I am a black man or an African American? Because we've spent an inordinate amount of time letting other people tell us who we are. They choose us and tell us, you don't look, quote unquote, black, so you can't be in this movie. I've had instances where I've had to ask for people's credit card over the phone in business, and they heard the timbre of my voice. But then I heard people say, you can't tell whether or not a person's black over the phone. That's a lie. And I would challenge anybody to say that actually says that. More times than not, I'll give it 7 out of 10. You can tell talking to a person on the phone whether or not they're black or white. And it's not just the sound of their voice. But I digress. We've too long let the narrative of culture in the black community be written and spoken outside of our community. And it's time we stop. I'm just at a point now in 2025 where I'm just not putting up with anybody's guff. I'm not putting up with anybody's trash. And I'm not taking out anybody's garbage. I'm going to be who I am. 100% transparent. If it don't work, I'll roll. Friendships, relationships, everything. Because if you're not being honest to yourself, who are you being honest to? But you know the worst part about that? It's to let somebody else tell you who you are. To let somebody else dictate how you eat, how you walk, how you dress, how you talk, how you act, as if you have to act like them. But then again, you know who them is, right? 2 words. One starts with a W and a P. You get it.
And that is Dr. Ken's Truth on the new 1017 The Truth.